rather do your cleaning? Who would you rather listen to when it comes to your dental health? A dental hygienist who has over 3,000 hours of continuing care education and went through a rigorous program, or a dental assistant who has worked in the office and had on-job training that was overseen by the dentist who has 3 other columns that he or she is working? I'll wait. I just got to get something off my chest, okay? Something off my chest that is been on my mind lately about our profession of dental hygiene. And let's talk about it. Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing to see slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is T. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning into this channel. I am a dental hygienist. I've been a dental hygienist for over 9 years now. And before we start anything, I need you to go subscribe if you aren't already. I need you to like this video and share it with at least 1 or 2 people that you know. Even if they don't watch it, that just lets YouTube know that these types of videos should be in the algorithm, you know. And if you love my dental hygiene videos, please leave a comment just letting me know what you'd like to see next, or, you know, something sweet in the comments. Tell me how your summer's going. If you just graduated from hygiene school, tell me how everything's been so far. If you're entering into the profession, I would love to interact with you guys. So yeah, let's get into it. I know it's been a little while since I made a video, so let's stop the chachi and let's get into it. So back in June of 2025, because we're in July now, there was a law that was being passed for Nevada's SB 49 law to be passed for dental hygienists to be, in my take, threatened by dental assistants being able to perform scaling procedures and not have to do like the normal training that we usually do, which is about 2.5 years with 3,000 hours of education. The reason why this is a problem, and it's not a threat to dental assistants themselves, the reason why this is a problem is because dental hygienists do more than just clean teeth. We diagnose periodontal disease. We are in the act of preventing periodontal disease, caries, cavities. We also make sure that we are reviewing medical histories. We go over blood pressure, vitals, all of that. So it's actually a slap in the face, and it's taken away our autonomy to be healthcare professionals in general. Just to say that we just clean teeth and you're going to allow someone else just to do it is really crazy. Then to not allow assistants to need to do the same type of training that we did is even more egregious. I feel that you guys should read this article by Today's RDH that was featured via Today's RDH website, and just educate yourself on the new legislation that's going through with our profession of dentistry. If you are interested in being part of the state legislation and, you know, being at Capitol Hill, making sure these kind of bills don't get passed, or there are bills that you feel are necessary for the profession to keep going and be passed, definitely I'll leave some resources in the description box below. I'm just going to be talking about that bill and everything. Nevada Dental Hygiene Association were successful in making sure that the SB 49 bill was not passed, and they were also successful in making sure that the AB 334, which these are all laws, don't worry about the numbers, the AB 334 amendment to the bill was not allowed to be passed, and there was more language taken out of it. What that basically means is that they were about to pass a law that allowed the assistants who wanted to be able to push through and be able to scale teeth. This also was an amendment to the bill to say that assistants did not have to do full dental hygiene school. They would just be able to be trained on the job by a licensed dentist. The ADHA made a statement basically explaining that there was not a pass of the Nevada SB 49 law, and this would have been really harmful for dental hygienists. And we're a profession that's not obsolete, but there's an attack on how they're going to present our profession to us, because people are going to school for years and years, making all of this time and energy to put into this profession, being waitlisted or not accepted into programs because they're so competitive, and then you're going to turn around and give the responsibilities, our main responsibility, to an assistant so you can pay them less, so you can add more production on the schedule. That's really what it is. Like, don't think that they're trying to pass these laws because they want to make less of a burden on the hygienist and not stress out the schedule and be able to convert patients faster if they're a new patient and just get the assistant to start the cleaning. No, they want to make money. That's what it's about. These dental offices, after COVID happened, they noticed that people were not making as much money as they used to. And yes, it's still $1 billion industry, but they want to do anything they can to charge people. And they also want us to go to school and further our education and get these graduate degrees. They always pushing for bachelors and all of that, but not really like given the opportunity to realize that people are going out of their way, spending thousands of dollars on these degrees and have the qualifications to be hygienists, assistants, or whatever, and you're adding more on their plate or taking away from them. Like, that's wild. That's wild crazy. So anyway, I might be ranting a little bit in this video. Please bear with me. I'm a little more emotional because I'm in over like $80,000 worth of debt. So for you guys to be saying that assistants only need on-job training, or they were trying to pass that assistants who would want to do this only need on-job training, is diabolical. Diabolical. Okay, but let me get back to the facts. Let me give y'all the facts. So if Nevada is one of the states who was allowed to pass this, this would be dangerous for our profession because more and more states would take on this same agenda. And eventually all over the country, there would be EFDAs, expanded function dental assistants, performance scaling procedures, which, yeah, that would be okay for the assistant, but also a lot of them are kind of opposing it. They don't want to have more to do. You know, they don't want, most of them that I've spoken to do not want more on their plate. They already do a lot. The assistants basically run the whole office, you know, besides a hygienist, they run the office. You know, the dentists need them to do other things. They don't need them to be cleaning teeth. So the sections 77 and to 79 of the SB 49 bill was that they were directing the Nevada Board of Dental Examiners to create an alternative pathway to allow the dental assistants, the EFDAs, to be able to have a different way of requiring graduation versus the usual CDCA or, you know, accredited dental hygiene program that we all go through to become hygienists. That is very rigorous, very competitive, very expensive, very time consuming, very traumatizing, and that this was going to be replaced with on-job training. If any of you have worked in dentistry, you already know how hard it is to even be trained as a new employee. So what are y'all talking about? On-job training? We're just gonna be playing in people's mouth? That's what it's giving. Y'all are giving playing in people's mouth, and I have no time for that. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Do you feel like this is something that should be passed, or do you feel like this is something where they are just definitely playing in people's mouth and they just want money? Tell me how you feel about it either way in the comments. There are some states that already passed this law and are allowing this to happen. I don't agree. You obviously could tell by my language that I don't agree. But the problem with this is that dental hygiene has been a profession that's been around for over 100 years. And for these new expansions to be happening and not much regard to the patient care is a problem as well. Patients are coming in, like we said, there's over 75% of America has periodontal disease, and it's mainly because they have a lack of care. And if they don't have a lack of care, there's a lack of education and an extension to their health overall when it comes to dentistry. So we all know that dentistry and, you know, dental work is expensive. We know that going to a dental office is an anxiety attack for most people. Like, it's a lot. So why would we add on giving the responsibility to other people who that's not their role. Like, why are we changing this? Like, I know why we're changing it. I know because they want to force more to the chair. But to give an assistant a column just to clean teeth, and I'm standing right here, I'm going to be like, hello? What's going on? Like, they don't need to be cleaning teeth. They don't. I know they said the same in comparison to when dentists were fighting against expanded function dental assistant, dental hygienists, like auxiliary dental hygienists, dental hygienists opening their own practices in certain states, but those were passed, and they're gonna make an excuse and say that this type of bill is being passed to allow the rural care, to allow people who need care in rural areas dentistry. But we all know it's for money. They want money. That's what they want. They want money. They want to pay us less after we fought for over 6 or 7 years to have our cost of living actually meet our salary, because hygienists are not being paid enough. We make good money, but we're not being paid enough because most dental offices do not allow us to have PTO. They don't allow us to have benefits. They don't allow a lot of things, especially in private practice. If you find a dentist that gives you all of that in one package and pays you a living wage, you're killing it. But in most cases, a lot of people are leaving private practice and going to corporates like Heartlands, Aspen, Sage Dentals, Coast Dentals, Great Expressions, and things like that, because they give them healthcare, they give them benefits, they give them a look into the future with their retirement plan and disability insurance and all that. Most private dentists can't afford to give those things. And if they do, we all know those kind of dentists are very greedy. They're not into that kind of thing. They would rather keep all their money to themselves and send their children to private school and buy boats and all these things and open multiple offices and pay their hygienists like $40 an hour, knowing damn well that they can pay them more. And their assistants, they could pay their assistants more too. Assistants deserve to be paid more. Assistants run the office, okay? So I made this video to say that we should definitely get on our Dental Hygiene Association involvement. If you haven't already and you are a person of color, you should definitely join Brown Girl RDH. I am a member of Brown Girl RDH, and they are another organization that helps to uplift the collective of the brown people, the people of color within the dental fields. We are about 3.8%, 4% within the dentistry field. We don't have a lot of people of color. So this is my step to take the representation of someone who is Black, who is educated, who is a female, and to let everyone know that we are here to stay, and we are breaking through barriers. We are growing, we are changing, we are elevating, and we're not okay with what's going on. So definitely keep up on your news by following today's RDH. Make sure you are also getting involved with your state legislature by sending them emails, knocking down the doors in your state area, and making sure you keep up with all the news from reputable sources like today's RDH and like American Dental Hygiene Association. And also join your state's dental association as well. Every state has a dental association. I'm gonna be honest, I have not been to the Florida Dental Association meetings lately. I am not as involved as I should be with that, so I'm gonna be honest, I need to stay locked in with that more. So I'm taking my own advice right now. I need to be more involved. Even if you don't go to meetings and everything, if you send emails to your state legislature, if you're keeping abreast to what the news is about, if you're having those conversations online with reputable sources and great professionals out there, you are making your voice be heard. You know, we have to stand against these things, and I'm so glad that this Nevada law was not passed. I hope and I pray that we continue to fight against these egregious ways against our profession. Also stand against the disparities that are happening, you know. One more thing I do have to say that I'm probably going to expand on in another video is that dental insurance is not like a discount plan. Like, dental insurance has not changed in decades. The pricing for a crown, the pricing for a pro fee, a dental cleaning, all that has not changed in over 40, 50 years. Like, we have to be diligent in understanding that our patients are not educated on their dental insurance. They think it's just like a free-for-all. And it's so crazy. They give them like, what, $2,000 max a year to use on their insurance. And after that, they're maxed out. And most new patients that come in that do need a scaling and root planing, a deeper cleaning, and one crown, they already maxed out their insurance for the rest of the year. They don't even have enough time to do the rest of the fillings. They don't have time to do their perio maintenance to keep up with their cleanings after they had the deep cleaning, And let's be honest, a lot of people cannot afford their dental care right now. So it's just, healthcare is one of those places where I'm seeing the disparities now that I am of a mature age to actually look at politics, to look at how life is as an adult, and how hard it is to maintain your health, how hard it is to maintain like your everyday living. And for dental insurance to be behind the closed doors, knocking at legislation to try to push these laws so they can push more money out the door, but also not be helping people and actually hurting them. Who would you rather do your cleaning? Who would you rather do your cleaning? Who would you rather listen to when it comes to your dental health? A dental hygienist who has over 3,000 hours of continuing care education and went through a rigorous program, or a dental assistant who has worked in the office and had on-job training that was overseen by the dentist who has 3 other columns that he or she is working? I'll wait. Oh, okay. Like, it's just crazy. Anyway, drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know how you feel about these new laws trying to be passed. Let me know what your position is in dentistry. If you're a student, if you're a new hygienist, if you're a hygienist from another country, because I know I do have some around here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're an assistant and you feel like this is a great idea, or you feel like it's not a great idea, but let me know in the comments how you feel about this, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Drop the roof in